What if running a shop wasn't just about profit, but also about survival? What if every customer, every trade, and every mistake could be the difference between expanding your business or being eaten alive outside your own front door? Because in the walking trade, you're not just managing shelves and staff, you're managing fear, pressure, and the constant threat of collapse. Let's review this using the SimShack 7-pillar review system. I'm always hoping a game will be realistic, and the walking trade actually delivers rather well on that. Running the store feels believable. You're balancing stock levels, staff workload, reputation and security, and those pressures do feel grounded in how a real management situation might unfold. The economy has some realistic touches too. Trading decisions actually matter. Crafting stock feels purposeful, and growth feels earned rather than handed to you. That said, realism isn't perfect. Some management outcomes feel simplified, and the long-term financial depth could definitely go further. But overall, the management realism is extremely strong. Strong enough to make the experience feel really meaningful. The gameplay is genuinely enjoyable and surprisingly tense. You're constantly going to have to be making decisions, expanding the shop, upgrading the staff, crafting goods, managing reputation, and when the survival pressure kicks in, things become very intense very quickly. This is not a passive sim. You are always going to be reacting to things, always adjusting, always trying to stay ahead of the next incoming problem. And there's a fair amount of complexity to it too. You don't immediately understand everything, and that actually kind of helps in the sense of progression. The immersion is good, but not flawless. The settings work well, the pressure feels real, the responsibility also feels real. But pacing can occasionally feel more arcade than simulation. Days do transverse rather quickly in hardcore mode with permadeath turned on. Certain outcomes happen faster and more simply than you might expect than you would in a fully realistic management environment. But still, when things start going wrong, when the resources drop, when the threats increase, you will feel completely immersed in the situation. I've got to say the audio is fairly close to outstanding. It's easily one of the strongest parts of the game. Sound design builds tension constantly. Ambient noises, alerts and environmental cues, all genuinely making me feel uneasy, like something bad could happen at any moment. At times, it honestly made the hair on the back of my neck stand up, and that kind of emotional response is powerful in a management sim. I have to say the performance was excellent. At 4K, the game ran solid without a single drop in frames at all. No major bugs, no minor bugs, no crashes, no serious logic issues. Menus and the interface were both clear and functional, which allowed you to stay focused on the management experience rather than fighting against that UI. What they've done here is produce an incredible game for less than £10. So I'm a bit of a fan of low poly games. Not everybody is, but I would say the graphics are good for a low poly stylized game. They're not trying to be photorealistic, but character design, environments and animation all support the gameplay effectively. Combat interactions feel responsive, and visually the game remains clean and easy to understand even when the pressure is on. One thing I will say is that maybe on occasion when I try to hit a zombie around the head, I accidentally hit the customer. So maybe there's an issue with the hit boxes. I'm not entirely sure, but really that is my only complaint. The walking trade was a surprisingly strong management sim that created real tension, believable systems, and an excellent audio atmosphere. It feels quite realistic in the key areas, it runs extremely well, and it offers an engaging loop that keeps you thinking about your next move. There's plenty about this game that I haven't seen or explored yet, And yes, there's room for deeper complexity. And yes, there's probably a bit of room for added immersion. But if you enjoy management games where the pressure actually genuinely matters, where survival and strategy collide in a crescendo, then this is absolutely worth your time. And honestly, for £10, my God, if the apocalypse ever does come, I'm not sure I trust myself to run a shop as well as I have done in this game. If you enjoyed this review, please like, subscribe and support the Sim Shack if you can.
Yo, zombies on the trick. Yeah, watch how you slay with a crowbar to the skull, man, there's no other way. Yoda could take him back to the Phaeacians, it you gotta play the main course. The new king in town. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yo. It's some UK reviews, got a story to tell about the zombies creeping out of the shell. I fire up a game, realism on blast. Caution's my king, I'm not finishing last. They shuffle around, bump into walls with the funny little run, man, it's comical throws. I creep through the darkness, gotta keep it tight. One wrong move and I'm toast tonight. Yeah, zombie, watch how you slay with a crowbar to the skull, man, there's no other way. Slice him with a machete, zap him with a stun, or throw a grenade, watch him come undone. Zombies out here tripping, looking real lame. Can't keep up with me, man, it's just a game. But don't get too cocky, don't let your guard down, or you'll be the main course, the new king in town. Sneaking through the level like a sneaky little rat. Got my ear to the ground where the zombies at. Grab the flamethrower and I'm ready to fry, burning up those creepers, watching them die. They moan and they groan, think they're so tough, but I'm dodging and weaving, man, I call their bluff. From headshots to head stabs, pick your technique. Hit them from the back, don't let them sneak. Yeah, zombie, watch how you slay with a crowbar to the skull, man, there's no other way. Slice them with a machete, zap them with a stun, or throw a grenade, watch them come undone. Zombies out here tripping, looking real lame. Can't keep up with me, man, it's just a game. But don't get too cocky, don't let your guard down, or you'll be the main course, the new king in town. Yeah, look at them stumble, they can't even run. Like a baby on the loose, just having some fun. I'm laughing so hard, can't believe my eyes. But remember my friend, arrogance is the prize. Every time you cock, you thinking that you're slick. A horde's gonna catch you, better watch that trick. Played it too reckless, threw caution aside. Thought I was clever, thought I'd take him for a ride. Then I turn around and the crowd's closing in. Oh snap, here we go, this could be the end. Fumbling for my weapons, my heart races fast. This ain't no simulation, it's a real blast. Should've played it smart, but I took it too far. Now I'm dinner for the zombies, a literal star, yeah. Yeah, so remember this tale when you boot up your game. Sim UK reviews, and it's never the same. Cause in the world of the undead, it's a hell of a ride. But don't get too cocky, or you'll end up inside. Yeah, I know you'll end up inside.